So you really hurt them really in two places, the defending the pick and roll and then a place they're usually strong on the glass. How did you sort of attack both of those areas?
Well, I'll be candid. We hoped to attack them in the pick and roll, but we were just preying on the rebounding stuff. So, yeah, we did a great job defensive rebounding. We haven't rebounded the ball like that in a while. You know, he's so good and big and active that, you know, if you double or if you force help, it creates rotation rebounding. And I think we were probably fortunate tonight the ball bounced our way a little bit, but we did do a great job on the glass. And I do think I don't know how many points we scored off ball screens, but it had to be close to 20 tonight. So that was really good for us.
How ready was the performance that Kevin McCullar gave you? Limited, I mean, hobbled with a bad ankle, but still turned into double-double.
Yeah, I asked Kevin if he wanted to go back. He said, heck yeah, I'm already hurt. Might as well play. So, yeah, he was great. He rebounded the ball. He got his hands on several balls. We're trapping and our rotations aren't great, but he made up for others' mistakes because he's so smart defensively. And, you know, he hadn't shot the ball great of late, and then he makes the biggest shot of the game probably to kind of give us a little cushion there late. So I'm really happy with him. I thought all our guys did great. I thought all our starting five did great. I thought Jalen played like a first-team All-American down the stretch. I thought Juan controlled the game. I thought Grady did some good things, even though they really keyed on him. And KJ had one of his best games. So, you know, if you can have all five starters play well the same night, you got a chance, and that's what happened with us.
Back.
Bill, with your guys being on this losing skid, to be able to snap that in this fashion, in this environment at Rupp Arena, what can you say about just the way your guys responded and took care of business?
Well, I think I can't speak for Kentucky, and I don't want to, but there's some similarities and pride that exist at both places. You know, the win they got at Tennessee was very similar to the win we got tonight. You know, they didn't have a lot of momentum at that moment, and we didn't either, and they probably put together as good a performance as we've seen on the road. And I don't know that ours was that good tonight, but considering where we were, and you know, you look out there, we're not the biggest team. We don't have a lot of depth. There's some things that we don't do great, but our guys do compete and they fight. And I think there's just a lot of pride within it.
Got some up here.
How important were Dewan's 2 threes early?
Well, I told him he had to make at least 3 tonight, and he didn't. But the first 2 were huge, and you know, and we had run terrible offense the first 5 minutes, and we didn't guard them at all the first 5 minutes, and they were just playing with us. And so, you know, sometimes making a shot covers up some poor play, and that's what happened early, and then we kind of settled in after that. So those were big shots.
And you kind of alluded to it, but I mean, just a gut check here. I mean, you had a whole week kind of to think about this one and put the others behind you, and you had to like what you saw in that one.
Yeah, but you know, you guys make a bigger deal out of stuff than what I think coaches do. Yeah, we had to put it behind us because there was the next game. We would approach it the same way if we'd won on Monday, but you know, our league is a monster, and I mean, it's a monster. So, and our next 3 games are, you know, top 10, top 10, top 10. So, it's not going to get any easier. So, we can't get hung up on a span of bad play because it's a snippet in the big picture. And our guys actually did a pretty good job acting pretty mature about it.
Got one girl in the front row.
Zuby was in a boot after he came back in the second half. I guess what's his status, if you know?
Well, as far he turned his ankle, so yeah, he couldn't return today. So he got it pretty good, but I don't know if you know what his availability will be moving forward at all. I have no idea.
And then when you were down tonight, scholarship guys, when Kevin went out, was there any level of concern at all, or did you still feel as confident as ever?
Well, I was more confident when he came back, but. Yeah, I mean, I think our guys are capable of doing well, but the way that we were trying to trap the post and stuff, if we didn't have Kevin, it would have been dead. So Oscar would have had a much bigger night if Kevin had to come back.
I'm curious with Ernest in his minutes. I guess what you like about what he brought during his time on the floor?
Well, you know, we thought if we could actually screen somebody, we could get out of it and run to the rim, and we were able to get 6 basically points that way, pretty easy baskets, and I thought he did a good job there. And you know, he's young and he's not ready to defend him one-on-one, but I actually thought he did a pretty good job at staying between him and the basket.
Yeah, and speaking on that, kind of with KJ, how did you feel he played, on the defensive end against Oscar and played pretty well on the offensive end too?
Yeah, I thought, that was something we wanted to do is KJ score, to try to drive it. He did a good job on that, and I thought he played great. He's just not very big, guys. He's 6'6", but he was active. But when we didn't trap, he got buried there some in the second half. But he was exhausted too. That's a big guy to try to push when you're absolutely never moving, so he was worn out tonight.
Jeff?
Bill, Cal likes to say that when Kentucky goes on the road, it's everybody's Super Bowl. And I kind of assume it's similar for you guys in your league when you go. How much does that help you when you come into this environment and you're just not fazed by all the noise and the extra intensity in the air?
Well, I actually believe that our guys will perform better in environments like this than not. And I'm sure Kentucky players feel the same way. I'm sure they feel like when they go to some place, they'd rather be full than not full because they're used to playing full. And that's, that's how we are too. So, when you have the name Kansas or Kentucky across your chest, I don't want to say that you're everyone's biggest game, but it's certainly a game everyone circles every year.
How did y'all keep answering the runs from Kentucky in the second half and just be able to control the lead the whole time?
What was the first part I misunderstood?
The first part was just UK kept going on runs in the second half, but y'all kept the lead. How were y'all able to?
Yeah, I think we had some guys. They cut it to one once, if I'm not mistaken, and Jay Will just came down and made a long three. So we. If the lead ever switches, momentum definitely would feel different. But we did a good job of having good short runs against them and not letting them go on a 10-2 run or anything like that. That was, you keep them out of transition, you keep them off the glass. You got a chance to do that. And we were able to do that.
Anyone else? If not, Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.